You walk into a job interview. Before you even say hello, the interviewer has already made 11 major decisions about you. Your intelligence, trustworthiness, competence, likability, and whether you're getting the job, all in the time it takes to blink twice. Welcome to the lightning-fast world of first impressions, where your brain becomes a detective, judge, and jury faster than you can say nice to meet you. Here's the mind-blowing truth. It takes just 7 seconds for someone to form a first impression of you. But here's the kicker. Your brain is actually making these judgments in as little as 100 milliseconds. That's faster than a hummingbird's wing beat. Princeton researchers discovered that people looking at photographs of faces for just 1/10 of a second made judgments about trustworthiness that barely changed even when given unlimited time to think about it. Think about it for a second. Your brain is essentially speed dating with everyone you meet, swiping left or right on their entire personality before they finish saying their name. It's like having a hyperactive bouncer in your head who's decided whether someone gets into the VIP section of your attention before they've even shown their ID. This isn't your brain being shallow, it's your brain being a survival expert. For millions of years, humans needed to quickly determine, is this person a friend who'll share their mammoth meat, or a foe who'll steal my cave and my mate? Our ancestors who were good at rapid social assessment lived long enough to pass on their genes. The slow analyzers? Well, let's just say they became someone else's lunch. Your brain has essentially evolved into a biological TSA scanner, except instead of looking for weapons, it's scanning for social threats and opportunities. It's checking for micro-expressions, body language, and voice tone, and about 50 other variables you're not even conscious of. And just like TSA, sometimes it gets things hilariously wrong. When your brain meets someone new, it immediately starts filling out what I call the instant human report card. There are 5 main categories. Trustworthiness comes first. Your brain is asking, if I lend this person my Netflix password, will they create 17 new profiles and mess up my algorithm? It's looking at facial symmetry, eye contact patterns, and a term known as facial width to height ratio. People with wider faces are often perceived as more aggressive, which is why many CEOs have square jaws, but probably couldn't win a fight against a determined chihuahua. Competence is next. Your brain is essentially playing a game of would I hire this person to assemble my IKEA furniture? It's checking posture, hand gestures, and clothing choices. Wearing glasses instantly makes you look 15% more intelligent, which explains why so many people wear fake glasses to job interviews. It's like intellectual cosplay. Likability gets evaluated through warmth signals. Your brain is asking, would I want to be stuck in an elevator with this person, or would I prefer to be stuck in an elevator with a crying baby and a man eating tuna fish? It's scanning for genuine smiles, the kind that crinkle your eyes, not the kind that look like you're fighting off gas pains. Attractiveness isn't just about looks. Your brain is calculating social value based on grooming, confidence, and something called facial averageness. Ironically, the most attractive faces are often the most average ones. Your brain likes faces that look like they were created by a committee of other faces. Dominance rounds out the assessment. Your brain is figuring out the social hierarchy faster than a nature documentary narrator. It's checking height, voice pitch, and whether you walk like you own the place or like you're worried about stepping on invisible landmines. Here's where things get weird. Once your brain makes one positive judgment, it starts seeing everything else through rose-colored glasses. This is called the halo effect, and it's like Instagram's beauty filter for your perception. If someone seems trustworthy, your brain automatically assumes they're also competent, likable, and probably great at parallel parking. This is why attractive people get away with more mistakes, why people with deep voices are perceived as more authoritative, and why that one friend who always looks put together somehow convinces everyone they have their life figured out, even though they eat cereal for dinner 3 times a week. The scary part, this works in reverse too. One negative impression can create a devil effect where everything else gets filtered through suspicion. It's like your brain puts on dark sunglasses and suddenly everyone looks like they're plotting something. While you're busy thinking about what to say, your body is already having a full conversation. Your brain is reading body language like it's speed reading a novel, and it's surprisingly accurate at it. Crossed arms don't just say "I am cold," they broadcast "I am defensive" or "I disagree" with everything you're about to say. Power poses change your hormone levels, boosting testosterone and reducing cortisol. So standing like Superman for 2 minutes before a meeting doesn't just make you look confident, it actually makes you feel confident. Eye contact is like a social voltage meter. Too little and you seem shifty or uninterested. Too much and you seem like you're either deeply in love or planning something sinister. The sweet spot is about 50 to 70% eye contact during conversation. More than that, and people start checking if you're blinking enough. Even your handshake is being analyzed. A firm handshake correlates with confidence and extroversion. A limp handshake makes people think you're either very polite or possibly boneless. And that person who tries to crush your hand, your brain files them under insecure person trying to hard. Your voice is like a social barcode that your brain scans instantly. Lower voices are perceived as more authoritative, which is why movie trailers are always narrated by men who sound like they gargle with gravel. Higher voices are often perceived as more friendly and approachable, but less authoritative. Speaking speed matters too. Talk too fast and people think you're nervous or trying to sell them something. Talk too slow and they think you're either very thoughtful or possibly having a stroke. The magic number is about 150 to 160 words per minute. Fast enough to show you're engaged, slow enough to show you're in control. Vocal fry, the creaky sound at the end of sentences, makes people seem less competent and less hireable. So basically, the Kardashians have single-handedly made an entire generation sound less employable. In our digital age, first impressions often happen before you even meet someone. Your social media profiles are like 24/7 first impression generators. People spend an average of 15 seconds looking at your LinkedIn profile before deciding if you are worth their time. Your profile picture is doing most of the heavy lifting. Photos where you're smiling with teeth showing increased perceived trustworthiness by 23%. Photos where you're looking directly at the camera make you seem more confident. Nothing says "I have my life together" like a mysterious floating arm around your shoulder. Email signatures, response times, and even your choice of emoji are forming impressions. Using too many exclamation points makes you seem enthusiastic but potentially unhinged. Using none makes you seem professional but possibly dead inside. The key is finding that sweet spot where you seem both competent and human. Here's the good news. First impressions aren't permanent life sentences. They're more like sticky notes that take some effort to remove. The primacy effect means first impressions are powerful, but they can be changed with consistent contrary evidence. If you bombed a first impression, don't panic. You need about 8 subsequent positive interactions to override one negative first impression. It's like your brain's version of a credit score. You can rebuild it, but it takes time and consistency. The key is acknowledging the impression without over-apologizing. If you were nervous and came across as standoffish, you might say something like, "I realize I seemed a bit quiet earlier. I was just taking everything in, but I am really excited about this opportunity." This shows self-awareness without self-destruction. So how do you hack the first impression system? Here's your toolkit. 38% is tone of voice, and 55% is body language. This means how you say something and how you look while saying it matters more than what you actually say. You could recite the alphabet in the right tone with the right posture and people would think you were giving profound life advice. The Benjamin Franklin effect. If you want someone to like you, ask them for a small favor. It sounds backward, but people actually like you more after helping you because their brain needs to justify why they helped you. I must like this person, otherwise why would I have helped them? The matching principle subtly mirror the other person's body language and speaking pace. Don't be obvious about it, you're not playing charades. But matching their energy level and posture creates unconscious rapport. The primacy-recency effect. People remember the first and last things you say most clearly. So start strong and end strong. The middle can be a bit of a blur, but nail your opening and closing lines. Remember, first impressions are social momentum. They can work for you or against you, but they're always working. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be intentional about the signals you're sending. Because in those crucial first 7 seconds, your brain is writing the opening chapter of every relationship you'll ever have. Make it a good one. So the next time you meet someone new, remember, you're not just making conversation. You're participating in one of the most sophisticated biological programs ever evolved. Your brain is a first impression factory that never takes a day off. The question is, what kind of impressions are you manufacturing? Thanks for watching Mind Bites. If this video changed how you think about first impressions, smash that like button, and remember, you've got about 7 seconds to make a good impression on that subscribe button too.